Hey guys, how you doing? It's Andy Elliott. Okay, today I'm going to teach you how to influence and persuade anybody, anytime, any place. Do it in person, do it on the phone, I really don't care. I'm going to teach you how to do it. You're going to know how to do it across the board, all right? But I'm going to tell you this real fast, okay? If you're a salesperson and you're on the other end of this video and you've been doing this for under 6 months, I won't beat on you. But if you've been doing this for over 6 months, you've been in the sales game, all right? And you haven't been on Google, how to influence, how to persuade, right? Guys, what do you think influencing and persuading is? It's convincing somebody, okay? No wonder you ain't been selling nothing. No wonder if your potential isn't met full max. Guys, and I'll just tell you this, if your managers hadn't taught you that, shame on them. But I'm giving it to you today, that if you want to be the best salespeople in the world, in your store, in your company, in your state, in the country, you're going to have to be the best at influencing and persuading. So it starts right here with this simple video, okay? I can go like into way advanced selling and go into influence and persuading to a whole nother level and the psychology of selling and all that. I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna give you the simple step. And whoever you are, no matter how great you are, if you're making $1 million on the other end, wonderful. You can add this to your skill set. If you already have it, great, increase it. And if you don't have it at all, your game's fixing to change. Get a notebook, get a pen, and write this down. Remember, 30% is retained of what you don't write down. Whatever you write down, you retain 90%. And also, before I go to this, all right? If this is a video that you've been waiting to see and you need to get better at sales, hit the like button, please. Again, I'm gonna say this, there's this algorithm deal on YouTube that I need some thumbs up and I need some comments, and I'm putting out this free training content to you guys constantly. And my whole goal is to meet more people and create the best salesmen around the world. And my video can't travel if you guys won't give me a thumbs up and leave a comment. So, do me a favor, say something positive below and then give me a thumbs up. Appreciate it, and subscribe if you're not already with the training videos that come out weekly. So here's how to persuade, and this is the unstoppable force. That's what I call it. Because I'm gonna tell you this, you can have the best word tracks in the world, you can have the best skill set in the world, but if you don't know how to run this one little 3-letter word here, transfer of emotion, if you don't know how to do that, there's no way in the world you're ever going to become a millionaire. Let me tell you this. My first 10 years of selling, okay, I never learned about influencing and persuading. Maybe a little bit, but more about selling, word tracks, negotiations, overcoming objections, guys. I mean, I lived in that stuff. That was like my life. And then one time I met this guy when I was doing a coaching program, and I'll just tell you, it was probably one of the best things I ever did. I spent about $8,000 going to a 3-day course. And yes, this is a good time to say this. If you're not spending money to invest on yourself, guys, I'm going to tell you, you're never going to go up. There's courses that are out there right now that cost $1,000, okay? And that course could probably change your life, or a seminar, or go to a coaching or something. It could be $1,000, $2,000, $5,000, $500, $100. And when you guys see that it costs money, and I'm just telling you this, you guys back off it. I want to tell you this. You go into the mall, you spend $500 buying clothes, right? And it doesn't increase your year to date. Okay? Maybe you look a little nicer at work, but it doesn't increase your year to date. I see people buy $200, $300 pair of shoes. They could have took that $200, $300. You know what they could have done? They could have invested it. Instead of making $60,000 last year, they'd have made it $90,000, maybe $120,000. Guys, I want to tell you, when I went to this influencing and persuading class and I spent that money, it was a 3-day seminar, and literally it was drilling on drilling on drilling and teaching influencing, persuading, and psychology. That was the best money I ever spent in my life. And you know what? That money took me up about $150,000 year to date that next year. Was that money worth it to spend? Hell yeah, it was. So I just want to tell you this. Besides the fact of persuading and influencing, if you're just getting this content, guys, this content's nothing. You know how much stuff I got that I could give you and how much stuff that people have out there to give you? If they really care about you and want to invest in them, you need to spend some money with them and jump on board and start learning some of this advanced selling. This is the basics. This is sales 101, okay? And this right here, we're going to start with the transfer of emotion, okay? Now, the transfer of emotion, this is how sales are made. Okay? If you want to know what the unstoppable force is when you're selling something, it's this. The difference between success and failure is this. You feeling something, me, this guy right here, me feeling something, and then making your customer feel the same way. Okay? So maybe on the other end, you're like, oh, well, I've got really good words. And when I talk to somebody about something, I use those words right and I actually sound great. And it just works. No, it doesn't. Look, maybe it works at an entry level of selling, but I'm gonna ask you this. Can you guys elevate up a little bit? Can we level up and say, okay, let's just pretend that you guys are great with your words, right? Let's act like you're great on your skill set. I wanna ask you this. Words versus emotion in words. Think about that. Slow down. Emotion in words. When you talk to your customers, how much emotion do you have in your words? Is emotion energy? Yeah, sure, it really is. But what type of energy? Does it mean you're always just getting real high and talking fast and, you know what I'm saying, speeding it up? No. A lot of the times it's energy and it's body and it's I feel it so you feel it, right? And that's transfer of emotion. You notice how I slow it down with you guys a little bit? I'm going to tell you this. No matter what it is, if I had to sell, if I want to sell this marker to you right now, okay? I would tell you, I could talk about all the beautiful things there are, but if there's no transfer of emotion about this marker, you're not going to be sold and you're not going to be convinced to buy it. That's for sure. Transfer of emotion. Write it down 100 times. It is literally taking what you feel, I feel it, and allowing that energy to carry over into your customer so they feel it, okay? And when I sit down with a customer, and when I'm working a deal, guys, I don't work across the table. You guys, if you've been watching my channel for a long time, you know how I am. I'll get right around next to you, okay? Hey guys, how we doing? Boom, I got this. And you know what? All of a sudden, man, gravity. I believe that if I have my arms wrapped around you, the transfer of emotion, which means this, if you're my customer and I can reach out and touch you like this, that's a dangerous spot to be around me when it comes to selling. You know why? Because I know how to push that emotion on. Now, when you learn it in person, then you can take it to the phone. And if you can take it to the phone, that's when both lives start to get really fun. So it's the energy of your body and of your words, okay? That's how you're going to push that emotion out of you into them. And that's the power of persuading and influencing. Now, I'm going to share this with you. This just isn't all of what persuading is about. There's another side to it. Are you 100% persuaded and influenced, right? That you're doing your job at the highest level. Are you 100% sold? Because I'm going to tell you this. You see this little guy right here? He's 85% in. Let me explain this to you. If you're on the other side of the screen and you're sitting there and you go out on the lot, right? And the guy's like, hey, how much am I getting for my trade-in? I'm not going to do anything until I find out how much I'm going to get for my trade-in. And he looks at you. And you don't know 100% who you are and what you're going to do and what the next step is. And you don't believe it. If you don't believe it, but you're trying to just think of it as you go, I would tell you that you're 85% in. And I'm giving you credit. I didn't say 50% in. I said 85%. I'll give you that. You know what your customers will do? They'll hang on to the 15% of uncertainty that you don't have. Isn't that crazy? Think about this. Me and you are selling next to each other. You're 85% in. Guy's talking to you. You're like, bam, 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 bam. All of a sudden, guess what? He smells. You're not 100% certain. He asks you a question. You're not 100% certain. You know what? You're selling. You're going over the proposal that, look, this is the best thing that's good for you and your family. Guys, like, I'm going to tell you, this is amazing. But he says, you know what? You're not 100% in. You know what he does? He clings on to the 15% of uncertainty and tells you no and rejects you. But over here on this flip side, I give him 100%. And when I'm 100%, I didn't say give him 100% effort. I said I give him 100% certainty. I'm totally influenced and persuaded that, yes, this is the way to go. Andy, can you give me a better deal? Absolutely not, because you're getting the best deal. And that's it. And let's do business, and let's pass go, and let's quit playing games. And take your wife out to dinner, and boom. And guess what? And the guy's like, okay, you know what? This guy's 100%. Yeah, okay, I got it. Sign up. Andy, is that your best deal? Yeah, I mean, it's a good deal. Maybe I can help you another $100. Boom, dude. He's like, that guy's 85% in. He's going to soak up to your 15% of uncertainty. And you know what? Hell, you may just lose a sale. Negotiation starts all over again. Guys, get convinced. What is persuading? Look it up. Go to Google right now. Type in persuaded. It says convinced. Okay? Get convinced. Have sustained effort. Okay? Literally, it's to cause. Persuading is to cause something. What are we causing? We're causing this person to feel the energy and the words of our body and our movement. Okay? On the other side of the phone, right? We're not just like, yeah, I do. We have a lot of great cars. You know, we have a really good product. You know, we're the best on the market. I would tell you, you can shop around, but we're a really good deal. 85% in. See ya. They're going to cling on to the 15% uncertainty. Guys, transfer of emotion. What? Yes, we got it. Bottom line, you love it. And guess what? There's not a better person to do business with. Listen, and then as I transfer that into them, they become sold on the other end of the phone or right here in person. That's called transfer of emotion. It is the unstoppable force that is very uncommon. What did I say? I said uncommon in salespeople today. And that's why it's the 80-20 rule. 20% make 80% of the money, and then the other 80%, they fight over the other 20% of the money. Guys, if you want to elevate to the top, I'm going to tell you this right now. You go look yourself in the mirror and say, man, how great at transfer of emotion am I? For real. You know what I want you to do? I want you to start investing money in yourself. I don't care how much money you make. Dude, listen, Tony Robbins started selling when he started in his business when he was 17, 18 years old, okay? And when he went to go to work, all right, there was a seminar that the guy he wanted to work for said, you have to take this seminar. If you can't take this, you can't work for me. Oh, okay. Go, how much is it? It's $1,200. What? I mean, Tony Robbins is older than me, guys. I just turned 40 this weekend. Was he 55? You know what I'm saying? I'm just guessing. So think about $1,200, right? Back in like, I don't know, 1965. You know what I'm saying? Think about $1,200 back. That's a lot of money. I mean, that's a lot of, that'd be like $8,000 right now. At that age, you know what he did? He went and asked everybody. You know what he asked? He asked the guy who's going to give him the job, why don't you loan me the money? And then guess what? I'll pay you back as I go. You know what he said? No. If you don't pay for it, you're not going to pay attention. Think about that. If you don't pay for it, you're not going to pay attention. If I take $1,000 out of my pocket right now and hand it to you for something that you can teach me, you better bet your ass I'm going to listen to everything you're going to say, and I'll fill up 10 spiral notebooks full of notes. I'll remember for the rest of my life. But if you're a millionaire or a billionaire and you're like, hey, I'm going to teach you something. You know what I'm like? Oh, okay, yeah, let me learn that. Oh, let me listen. I don't retain any of it. I don't listen. You know why? I didn't have to pay for it. Think about yourself. And that's real life. There may be 0.1% in the world that can do that without paying for it. The rest of us, we got to pay for it. I need it. Anytime in life I'm not doing great at something, you know what I do? I go find somebody that's doing it at the top and I'll pay for it. You know why? Because I got to move fast. I don't have time to move slow. There may be some of you guys right now in life that you're like, man, dude, I mean, oh gosh, I got 5 years I can make it. Dude, are you kidding me? You want to be a millionaire in 2 years? You got to go pay to get that information. You got to go pay to learn from people that are modeling it, that's done it. Guys, I am a millionaire. Okay, if you type in millionaire says assets to, right, at least $1 million or more. Guys, I'm not a 10 millionaire, right? I'm a millionaire, okay? I'll tell you this. You can be one too. I came from nothing, didn't have a car at 18, right? You can have your houses paid off, you can have everything. I'm going to assure you, you have a lot of money in the bank, you can be making a lot of money. You make $50,000 a month. Guess what? Money ain't money. Money ain't nothing. Money is just a belief. If you think you make $100,000 a month, you can make $100,000 a month just by believing it. But if you don't believe it and you think that's a lot of money, man, you're just wasting your time, okay? You might as well go work somewhere else and get an hourly job. If you want to make more money than you ever made in your life, you follow me. Remember this. You follow me and you listen. I will give you the answers. Here's the test. Here's the answers to the test. I will tell you how to do it. You can have direct access with the same stuff that I use, right? To go through and make $50,000 a month every month and have a good life. Or more. Guys, there are people that make tons more money. But I'm going to tell you where you're at on the other end, whether you're crushing it and making a whole bunch, or whether you're wanting to and just get started. Guys, I'm going to tell you, I never believed I'd start making this kind of money, but now that I believe it, I'm making more. And you know what I want to do? I want to pay it forward to you. Why? Because, guys, I love helping people. That's the #1 deal. Dude, it breaks my heart to walk into a car dealership or anything. I hate seeing people alone in any business trying to sell something, but they don't know what the transfer of emotion is. And they're over there dead. You might as well just put them in a coffin, man. Their managers don't care about them. The store don't care about them. Guys, understand this. No one's going to invest in you in life until you start investing in your life. You want more time and money in your life, but you don't want to give up any time and money, right? Say it again to yourself. You want more time and money, but you don't want to give up none of your time and none of your money. I got a video coming out, but when I was 23 years old, it was the first time in my life that I invested a lot of money into going to start training. And I went from $130,000 a year, 140, 150, which is about my average, to 320 grand, like that, in 1 year. You know why? I just elevated up, man. Okay, I need to get around those bigger people. And I'm going to tell you this. A lot of people, like if you want to go hang out with Grant Cardone right now, what's he say? 25 minutes, $25,000? 10 minutes, $10,000, right? 1 hour, 100 grand. I ain't got that kind of money. Guys, I'm going to tell you, right now, if you see a seminar that's $1,000, get that $1,000 out and go spend it. And I'm going to tell you, if you don't have the money, go do it. Tony Robbins went to the bank, right, and convinced the lady to loan him the money. He never had any credit or nothing. He borrowed his first $1,200 to go to his first training event so that he could go to the next level. And I'm going to tell you, best thing he ever did in his life. He spends money all the time on himself for other people teaching into him to what he's not already great at. And that's what you got to do, and that's what I do all the time. I just got back from a seminar this week, and guys spent $15,000 on it. Dude, I was pissed about spending that $15,000. I mean, literally, I could just punch a hole through the wall. But you know what? It's going to make me $200-300 grand. I know it is, because I know how I feel. I know about my passion. You guys need to be doing the same thing. By the first of the year, you need to decide what event you're going to go to. And you need to decide how much you're going to spend. I'll spend $1,000. Do you have $1,000 in the bank? Maybe you don't. I don't care. Go borrow it. Have your mom, your dad, your grandma, and your grandpa have somebody put it on a dang credit card for you. But get your butt up out where you are now and use that potential that you have. Okay? Till then, tons of great training, right? Invest in yourself. And look at where you could be, right? And where you should be. And if you don't make it a must that you must get there, you won't. It'll always be a should. I should have worked out this week. No, I must work out today. And guess what? Then you go work out. And you start changing the priorities in your life, okay? I hope this video helped you guys a bunch. I got a lot more stuff coming out on influencing and persuading. But this one is about the major transfer of emotion when you're selling, using your words, your body, and your energy, okay? Secondly, 85% in, they're going to cling on to the 15% uncertainty. They're going to walk away every time and tell you no. Where at me, they meet me. I'm 100% in. They're going to buy from me, and guess what? Here we go. That will probably help you figure out why you're missing deals. 85, 100. How great are you at the transfer of emotion? Become deadly at influence and persuading. I want to make the best salesman in the world. And you guys, remember, please hit the like button, right? Stay subscribed. And then more importantly, guys, put out a good comment, man, so you can motivate everybody around there and pass this video off to someone else you think that could use it. Have a blessed day. Thank you, guys.